Alrighty then, this is the second update to the touch toggle system here in our mini yard. And the reason I'm doing this this video was I had some questions from you guys. Several of you wanted to see the internals and how I laid out the system. So here's the recessed cup on the upside down from the bottom. That's the reset cup toggle. All right, that's the wire from the Kato switch. And then over here, there you get the same thing, the reset toggle and the switch. This is the control system. This control system will control 4 switches. So those of you guys that want to use a system like this on a permanent layout, you can control 4 switches with just one controller. And this red plug here, if you need more controllers, you can daisy chain them together. You pull that red cap off and you can plug the next controller in there, so you can daisy chain them. So if you have a permanent layout, you can set yourself up with a control panel with all your switches on it, and then they make touch toggles that they're flat little pieces, and you can just tape them on the back of a printout of your diagram, your train layout diagram, and you'll see the red or green LED shining through the paper, and you can just touch your diagram to change your switches on your entire layout. But since we do this in T-track, it has to be modular. I could have used this controller to control those other 2 switches, but then I would have had to have built a cable harness to go down there and plug in, and I just keep it simple, keep it in the modular. All right, the other point I want to make is the controller runs on 12 to 24 volts DC. We run AC power from an NCE power supply for our accessory bus voltage. So all I needed was a simple DC bridge rectifier, filtered bridge rectifier to convert the 15 volt AC down to a voltage this uses, and that, so like a 15 volt DC, and the controller will take 12 to 24 volts, so that's fine. I want to apologize. The first video I said touchtoggles.com. That was incorrect. It's a singular. It's touchtoggle.com. Some of you guys had mentioned that the website address I said doesn't work. I misspoke. I apologize. The actual website address is touchtoggle.com. One word, touchtoggle, not touch toggles. I misspoke. I apologize for that. So I want to correct that. It's touchtoggle.com. So you guys can see, this is our yard system that I just finished building. This is the left side. All right, you can see here the expansion boards, the 6-inch here. This is where we actually do the setups and teardowns on these tracks. And the arch bridges with the double track sections, that's your standard module. So you can actually put standard modules in between these 2 yard sections if you wanted. I just put those in there so you guys get an idea of what this is. But our club runs single modules on single tables, and we end up on lollipops on each end. So we have no need to build a red yard and a yellow yard. You set up on the red yard, and eventually you're going to end up on driving down the yellow anyway. So, we don't do separate red and yellows and cater to DC. We're 100% DCC. So you set up on the red yard, you will eventually drive on the yellow yard, because our public display is continuous loop. So the other thing I wanted to mention that you'll notice, I used to use plastic standoffs and mini cable ties to do my electrical wiring supports. And the problem with modules is sticky standoffs and plain plywood. Something about the adhesive would soak into the plain plywood, and after 6 months the standoffs would fall off. So I always discovered that I had to take a little latex paint and paint a little dot first and let it dry and then use the sticky. Well, I don't do that anymore. I stole my wife's hot glue gun, and I use that to attach the wires and the circuit boards. I love it. I love it. She's never going to get her hot glue gun back. I use hot glue now for everything. It makes it a lot easier. So, anyway, I hope this answers a lot of your guys' questions out there. I did privately answer questions that were submitted to me, but I figure, hey, there might be someone else out there that also has questions. So hopefully this covers it. And any questions you guys might have had, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.